Hello people, welcome to my second part of the Shangri map. Nardom here. Today, like I said, it's the second part, and I think we actually get into the Easter egg this episode, so that's good. Here I thought I was stuck behind a rock, but it's really the waterfall trap. The waterfall trap is a pretty interesting trap. You could use it against napalm zombies. It's a very effective way of killing them, and you could basically use it against any zombie. This little waterfall area can be very helpful to use. That brick wall right there, there's a button in the wall, and you just hold X by it, and all of a sudden the waterfall becomes very strong, and it pushes all the zombies off the ledge. That's basically what it does. With a napalm zombie, it knocks it over and removes like half its health, I think. So that's really good. In case you get to, like the higher level rounds, the napalm zombies are really hard to kill. Well, today I want to talk to you about the Easter egg. And I also want to talk to you about in-game chat. Originally, when I was recording this, I thought I was getting the in-game chat, which would have helped a lot in doing this commentary. I could have basically just left it as it was. And this is a problem that I've run into on Xbox more than once. Although I set up my settings correct on my mic and everything, for some reason, it doesn't want to record the in-game audio. So all the chatting that we do, I think here we're in party chat anyway, so you might haven't been able to hear me. But even when I'm in game chat, it doesn't seem to want to work for me. So, yeah. If any of you know how to do that on the Xbox, it would be greatly appreciated if you could leave a comment or let me know. Because on my PS3, when I do it, I have no problem whatsoever. I do it fine. It works out. It's not even a question. So, basically, if you know anything about that, please leave a comment. What is this dude doing?
Let's make some lunch meat.
And, yeah. I'm gonna try the mission box again and fail horribly, probably. Oh no!
Now this
Yeah.
is something I can use.
I think I keep this for a while. Not in the ray gun. But, yeah. So, I think it might not be 6 videos this entire series, because the last video is a lot of time that we spent AFK because of, well, my dog was sick the other day and I had to watch her and she was puking everywhere. And one of the other players also had to be AFK for a bit. So if you see during this game or during one of the next games, one of the next parts actually, if I don't seem to move, I'm probably AFK, but it's usually not for a couple minutes maybe like 2 minutes max. Really. If it's anything really long, I'm gonna cut it out and just get back to when we start doing stuff. And so that is the first part of the Easter egg. As you saw, there were 4 buttons right there. Those 4 buttons, when you push them simultaneously, has to be all at once. It creates an eclipse. Unfortunately, I did not look at the eclipse. I don't know why, but you could see it in my starting image, I guess, at the beginning of the video, that giant eclipse. That's what it looks like, basically. So, this part of the Easter egg, you come down here, and on that wall right there was another button, right? You push that button, and then, basically, that starts the next part of the Easter egg. All these little stones will appear, right? So on these stones, there are images. There's a diamond, there's a triangle, there's 3 dots, there's a circle and a dot, there's a circle with a line through it, so on and so forth, right? And on the other side of the starting area, past the mud room, there are, I guess, squares or plates just like this one. And so these, actually, I think there are 12 total on each side. I think it's 12 total each side. Either 12 or 10, or we're going to see anyway. Basically, the way it works is that you step on it, you see which one you have, right? So this one is a circle with a dot, right? Person on the other side finds the other plate with the circle and the dot, and they step on the circle with the dot, you step on it, and all of a sudden that piece disappears. You need to do this for all 12. You need to make all 12 disappear, except there are a couple problems with this. First problem is that if any 2 people are on a plate at the same time, you can't activate another one. So if me and my buddy over here were on 2 plates on our side, they couldn't activate plates on the other side. So you gotta be wary of that. Also, if I'm on a plate on this side and somebody else is on a plate on the other side, if we're on 2 completely different plates, the whole thing restarts and you have to start from the get-go. A couple different ways you can do this. what me and my buddy over here are doing is one of us will step on their first, I guess, plate that they find, and they will shout out what the symbol is, what the image is, and then from there, the person on the other side will go and find it, go and find the image, and then, yeah, we'll go find the image, step on it, and then the piece disappears. Obviously, all right. But that's one way. Another way is that you can go, step over all of your images, and then write down which ones are where. So that way, when somebody goes, you could just do it really fast instead of just searching for it like the other person on the other side is doing. And it gets done a lot faster. This is good because the eclipse is not permanent. The eclipse is only temporary. There's a timer. That's for how long the eclipse lasts. That is right above the quick revive. A giant, I guess, horizontal totem comes out. Totem pole kind of like thing. And when that thing, it turns clockwise. I think when it turns upside down, it goes in one. It goes in like, because it's like 3 buttons stacked on top of each other, the totem. And so it goes in one of the totems. And I think there's like 4 totems. So once you get to like the last totem, you really don't have that much time left. And another way to know when it's just about to end the eclipse, you will hear this kind of beeping noise. It's a weird kind of sound, but it's distinct and you'll notice it when you see it. Besides that, this part is really kind of boring because you're just basically waiting. Someone's always waiting, and it's kind of hard to describe these shapes to the other person. But otherwise, this step is really simple. It's just a matter of timing, make sure you get it done in time before the eclipse ends. Because the eclipse lasts for a while, but it's not, infinite like I just said. So, yeah, I think we get it done this time without a problem, but we've done it in the past where we've run out of time for the eclipse and we weren't able to finish it.
That looks like fun.
And so these are the last 2 on this side. On the other side, just so you know where these plates are, once you go right past the mudroom to the bridge, there's 3 right there, and then go down the bridge and there's the other, 9? Yeah, I think, right? So now, once that happens, that little crystal globe pops up.
The prom blossom swirls in autumn twilight.
Yes.
There's a passageway below. We have to push on to have any chance of escape.
Thanks, whoever you guys are.
Okay, in case you're wondering who those 2 people are, they're a archaeologist and his, I guess, students. And I hate that. That's what happens when you solve something correctly. That's what happens when the eclipse ends. Whenever you do a step correctly, you go back into daylight. And then if you still want to complete it, you need to bring everything back into the eclipse time. So by pushing the buttons. Anyway, like I was saying, the doctor, the archaeologist, and his assistants, basically what they do is that they are stuck down there. You need to help them. You need to get them out. So basically to do that, you need to follow all these steps. I think we get pretty damn far. We get to luring the napalm zombie, which is actually very difficult. I believe that's what we ended up maybe dying on, I think. Either that or it's that we all went AFK for a while and we lost connection. Either way, now that I've spilled the ending for you, I think I already spilled it twice now. And here's the second part. 3 people need to step on this gate. You don't need to lay down, you just need to be on it. You could grow, crouch, whatever, doesn't matter. You don't actually get to see anything down there, but then somebody has to go and go to a switch that is by, I guess, I forget where it is. I believe it is the switch by, I guess, the mine cart. No, not the mine cart, but the place where I guess the rails, where you can switch where the rails are, the direction of the rails. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I think the switch right there is what you need to use. If not, then what you could do is you can go on trueachievements.com and they have a guide for you. Some parts of it, it's a written guide, and some parts of it aren't necessarily true, but you just gotta know, like, obviously, shoot the dynamite off the bridge. There's no dynamite on the bridge to begin with, So there are simple things like that. I mean, sometimes, people try to fool you because there was stuff like dropping the vodka in Call of the Dead, but that's not really the case. And so that's the end of the video. Hope I haven't bored you. See you again next time.